The following is a presentation of the United States Air Force Commissioned Officer Training Program. Today, the United States Air Force is America's premier on-call service to meet the diverse challenges of national security. The Air Force provides unmatched capability to meet the broadest range of requirements. From humanitarian relief and homeland security to major theater conflict and combating terrorism, the Air Force stands ready for immediate response anytime, anywhere across the globe. Meeting these challenges requires the unfaltering dedication, commitment, officership, and excellence of every airman and officer in uniform. Truly, the heart and soul of the Air Force are the men and women who serve with pride and excellence.
Now wearing Air Force blue. Hurry up! You next to her, you next to her, you next to him. Your thumb goes down the seam of your coat. Your other hand forms a closed fist with nothing in it. Or from this point forward, you will be standing in the position of attention.
For some 300 volunteers, this is day one of commissioned officer training at Maxwell Air Force Base. COD is 23 days of intense mental and physical training designed for professionals who have received a direct commissioned appointment in the Air Force to serve as health professionals, judge advocates, or chaplains.
You're going to be taught all the proper commands.
COD's mission is to mold these professionals into Air Force officers, instilling character, knowledge, and motivation to serve their specialties in the Air Force.
First day was definitely a culture shock for me. The yelling isn't so much to scare us, it's to sharpen us and focus us.
I knew that they'd come at you fast and that it would keep coming for a while.
As you grow used to it, you really feel yourself grow and stretch.
Continue straight across the sidewalk.
Officership, leadership, and professionalism are the focus, and students learn to apply these concepts in a variety of challenging situations.
We're going to go over the definitions of the customs and
The program is based on the Universal Aerospace Leader Competencies List, published by the Developing Aerospace Leaders Group under the guidance of the Air Force Chief of Staff. These skills and concepts are what field commanders expect from officers.
There's 305 of you. Excited to see this number of folks in this auditorium ready to rock and roll and start their training.
Yes, sir.
Everybody here is the top of their class, basically, the creme de la creme.
Medical school is very expensive, and I didn't want to be burdened by debt. The Air Force scholarship system made that possible.
Coming to COT was very much about taking a next big step in my career, from an enlisted profession to an officer profession with the JAG Corps.
I did want to become an officer in the Air Force, so I went for it. Right after here, I'll be going to chaplain candidate school.
Everywhere you go and everything that you do has to be perfect. Do you understand?
And on your head, every step across the threshold. Today, move. Wear that hat up on your head. It should be all crushed up either. Let's go, move.
All members of the Officer Corps are role models for those around them, uniformed personnel and civilians alike.
We're joining the most powerful military the world has ever known.
It all begins with the Blue Line ceremony. Here, these new officers are introduced to the concept of what it means to be in the Air Force. They voluntarily cross the blue line, which symbolizes their transition from civilian to military life and their desire to embrace and commit to the high standards required of all U.S. Air Force officers.
Flight commander is positioned in front of the room.
Attention flight.
Wrong. Try it again.
Accounted for and ready for inspection.
Who are you saluting right now?
COD introduces the profession of arms in its first level of training,
You need to
culture.
understand why he is your direct source of authority.
At this level, COD focuses on several key aspects of military life and officership. The Air Force's mission requires its members to be physically fit. It can prove to be the deciding factor between life or death in combat action. prepare for this, students participate in daily physical conditioning to increase their strength, flexibility, and aerobic fitness. Marching is the primary mode of transportation. Marching and drill historically have been used to train soldiers to work together in war and to maximize their combat effectiveness. Marching and drill teaches self-discipline, teamwork, and leadership, essential traits for all military members.
Figure out a way that defines us as Blue. We do that academically, fitness-wise as well, but we do it with our heritage. And this is part of that. The Army Air Corps, the private wings, the people that started air power, the discussions of how air power will be used to advance our country.
At this time, your flight commanders will issue you your prop and wings.
Formal military procedures such as customs and courtesies and inspections are meant to capture attention to detail and establish the importance of adhering to military rules. The academic lessons play an extremely important role in building morale, esprit de corps, and discipline. There are many competencies vital to being a successful military leader. Lessons in leadership, professionalism, judgment, communication, and organizational skills are among the concepts discussed.
What are we talking about? What kind of authority are we talking about?
And then what we're going to do at the end of that, then we just start with a plan and we stick through it.
Team building and followership are key elements of leadership and are the focus of the competence phase. Students are given many opportunities to work as a group, developing their abilities to not only lead but also to follow and to work with others as part of a team.
Pay attention to what's going on.
During commitment phase, students get the opportunity to use what they've learned to build and strengthen their leadership skills.
So this one has the big arrows north.
Today we are going to be talking about the types
The
of
formal
devices
briefing
that are available
showcases
for
the students'
combat
research and public speaking abilities. The confidence phase focuses on the transition between merely practicing leadership to being full-time leaders and gaining confidence in their abilities.
One of the things that I got out of this was being an actual leader for the first time. Being assigned 14 people under me, it made me realize that I could do it. It gave me the confidence I needed to actually be a leader and not doubt myself.
Leadership knowledge gets a big test along with professional skills at a simulated forward operating base. This Air Expeditionary Force deployment exercise is the capstone event at COT, exposing students to what life can be like in a deployed environment. They receive basic instruction in medical readiness, field communication, land navigation, wound management, and air-based defense security.
You're up there on the course when you're transferring from station to station.
Students go through a physical and emotionally challenging confidence course with obstacles they may never have seen and requiring them to think in new ways. This allows them to apply their leadership knowledge while demonstrating their professional skills.
Good. 2 more feet. Up there.
You guys think you're going to beat us?
After the main exercise, the students compete in an AEF fitness challenge. The fitness challenge is high-performance athletic competition that allows students to showcase their athletic skills in a series of events against their instructors.
The leader's job to make sure that...
The crowning event at COT is the Leadership Reaction Course. This course uses a specialized obstacle course to test their leadership ability and problem-solving knowledge. Here the students must pull from all aspects of their training to solve intricate scenarios, orchestrated to test their ability to lead, follow, and ultimately accomplish the mission. Finally, after 5 weeks of intensive training, demands are met, stresses are conquered, and U.S. Air Force officers begin to emerge.
It's pretty amazing to see the transformation take place.
As you grow used to it, you really feel yourself grow and stretch.
By the end of COT, I really do feel like that uniform's starting to fit well.
Finally comes graduation. This ceremony, conducted in front of family and senior leadership, celebrates team as well as individual accomplishments. Training concludes with officers repeating the oath of office.
Officers dismissed.
The ceremony today, the oath of office, reaffirms the dedication of these graduates to the high standards of officership, the Air Force, and the United States of America.